What is going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and today we're going to look at DSP being donated a new PC. He's also going to get angry when someone accuses him of buying it himself and says, why would it matter even if I did buy it? And just to say, it was not donated by Kino Casino. We're going to look at DSP calling Mr. Beast a child predator and a groomer. That should be fun. And we're also going to take a step into his delusional world where him and John Rambo created, invented co-op streams and everyone else copied him. But first, we have Lord Diaz who puts this out. I'll be unable to live stream until I repair my ceiling that just fell in over top of my battle station this weekend. Till then, I'll be accepting any and all commissions for the graphic design / video editing work to help offset the cost. And then he has his contact info, bm2kxdiaz@gmail.com. So if you want any work done, this is one of the top people in the community, even outside the tractor community. Amazing work, top notch. If you want like Hollywood style production, this is your guy right here. High quality at affordable prices. Then guess what, guys? DSP got donated a gaming PC. And apparently someone just contacted him. Do you want this? Okay, cool. It'll be there on Monday. But he couldn't do it through any website. He had to do it through Amazon because they couldn't get through the gate code. Even though DoorDash does too, by the way. So this from Next Gen Guy who talks about Amazon, how Phil bought it from there. Let's be honest, Phil bought this. And how he had to go through Amazon because apparently only Amazon has the access to the gate code.
Someone contacted me and said, here's the deal. This person is a longtime viewer and fan who has been looking to do something for a while. They were actually waiting for me to do the PC transition, the PC migration from this PC to my wife's PC, and then they were going to contact me about this. But I recently said, well, I'm not doing that anymore. Okay? In addition, they saw that these master points basically reset. All right, getting me back to zero, essentially square one, starting over at master rank with all of my characters in Street Fighter 6. And so, in light of the fact that I'm not doing the migration and all my master points reset in Street Fighter 6, they contacted me with an offer to donate a gaming PC. Okay? Now, let's clarify some things, okay? This is not a used, outdated gaming PC that's been sitting around that probably has backdoors and keyloggers installed on it that they decided to send to me. That was a different situation entirely that we will not talk about today because that's not the situation. This is an actual PC that will be brand new, purchased from a reputable business and sent directly to me. Okay? So it's just a slightly different situation from a previous one that I was offered. Supposedly, because I wasn't really even offered that either. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. So, in regards to this, they said, I would like to get you a PC, and here's some...
Now, a lot of things here. So in this, he says, this person's been waiting in the wings. And he also said, for 14 months. So you're telling me, in the 14 months, when he's been begging for a PC, when he's been saying, now guys, it'd be really nice if someone donated a PC, or an ally. Guys, I could really use the money to buy a PC. This guy's been in the wing the whole time. When people kept saying, Phil, here's some money for a computer. Phil, here's a tip to go towards the PC. And he goes, I got bills to pay, I can't afford it. This guy was in the wings, waiting to give him a PC, apparently. And then you get to the part where he takes his wife's PC, which, why would you take your wife's PC if this guy was in the wing, waiting to give you a computer? That doesn't make any sense at all. And then he said, this guy waited until I was about to do the migration, and then was going to give me a PC. So why would he wait till the last moment of you transferring over to your wife's computer to give you a brand new separate computer? That makes no sense at all. Then also this dumb reason that he gave him a PC because his points in Street Fighter reset. So if anyone doesn't know, what happened is it was a seasonal thing. So just like Call of Duty, just like Fortnite, when the season's done, your rank decreases and you start all over again. Basically the same thing happened in Street Fighter. It's not like he got D-ranked or anything. He started at 1500, he was at 1600. Like, it's not that hard to get back there. Well, for Phil it is. So you're telling me this guy was so angry and sad that Phil got his points reset that he bought him a $3,000 or $2,000 or whatever $1,000 PC. None of this makes sense, Phil. None of this makes sense at all. But there's one thing you have to hear. So when people start calling him out about this, this was his response.
Who cares? Here's the thing. Who cares what my detractors say? Oh, your detractors are saying you bought the PC. Let them say whatever they want. It doesn't matter. Right? Even if I bought it, it wouldn't matter. So what are they arguing about? All they're arguing about, oh, he's being dishonest. Who cares? It doesn't matter if I bought it or not. I didn't buy it, but it doesn't matter if I bought it or not. If you're dumb and you don't believe anything I say, then you're always going to say what I said is a lie. Good for you. Sit and spin on a cactus. I don't give a fuck about you. Right? I'm happy. I'm getting something amazing gifted to me tomorrow. And it's going to directly benefit all streams moving forward. All gameplay quality will be improved. No input lag, better visuals, everything more responsive. Top of the line stuff, right? This is so cool.
And there you have it. Phil says, it doesn't matter if I bought it because it's an improvement. Who cares? Well, Phil, when you beg for money and you're saying that how you don't have money to pay your bills, you don't have money to get food, but then you go out and you spend $2,000 to $3,000 on a PC, what, $200-300 on a webcam, $400 on a fight stick. Where's all this money coming from if you need help paying your bills, buying food, buying supplies, Jasper stuff? Where's all that money coming from then, Phil? And then we have Poems Josh here. Food for thought. DSP accepted someone buying him a $300 mini PC to play a mobile port of Chrono Trigger on. The whole time, he could have been using casual PC if he wanted to. And that brings up another point. So DSP now says he wants to retire his Series X, his mini PC as well, and make PC his main platform. Remember when he kept saying, PC gaming is dead, dude. No one plays on PC. It's too much work to play on PC. And by the way, how does that person who donated that mini PC feel now? Basically just throwing it out like trash. Then we have Fantastic Mr. Sam, who points out DSP using payment plans ever since his TV. And those payment plans are from Amazon. This computer's coming from Amazon. And how his story doesn't make sense.
So it's one of those that has like such a unique, weird case that like a lot of the attachments are inside of the case for like wires. So you have to like take panels off to plug all your shit in, and then you have to do cable management so the wires permanently come out the side of the case. So it's not even like you would be unplugging, replugging ever. You have to leave everything plugged in permanently because you don't want to keep opening and closing your case. You know what I'm saying? But then once it's set up, the thing is going to be like gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like it's going to look really nice, and I'm not going to have to mess around with cables or anything ever. It's just going to work pretty endlessly.
Then DSP decided to move his camera to show where the PC is going to go. And my god, first off, look at all that dust. Look how cluttered that is. That is absolutely disgusting. Then if you notice on his monitor, bottom right corner, watching his own stuff, by the way. Then we have this from Trigger Point. So let me get this straight. DSP's fans have gifted him Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X, mini PC, multiple controllers, multiple arcade sticks, new webcam, a 2K gaming PC. He gets more gifts than your average e-girl. Now think about that. If he bought every single one of these, how much money he spent on this. The lengths and money that he goes to try and prove that he's not bad at Street Fighter is absolutely mind-blowing. This is a midlife crisis here, dude. Now we have Agent Proper who puts this out, possibly looking at the PC that Phil bought or was donated. Phil's newest bill is $66 a month for 48 months. Now Miel Blocked puts it point on, blunt, and honest. I would genuinely feel dead inside if I looked around my room every day knowing every single thing I own in there was donated from someone due to me crying poor. How do you live with yourself when you can't point to one single thing that you actually worked hard for? Then we have this from Gout, who shows previous videos of DSP talking about PC gaming and how it's disrespectful to your viewers. Let's see how his view has changed over time.
6. If I can somehow get Street Fighter 6 to run on my mini PC, I'm going to try it. I don't think it's going to work. I'll be honest with you. I think it'll boot up and crash or something. I don't think I'm going to be able to adjust it enough to work. But I'm going to try. All right? Tomorrow, I'd like to play Honest. All right? You ready for this? All these years, you guys told me, man, I'm really missing out because I don't have a gaming PC, right? Like, man, you miss so much stuff. You don't play it. You're only a console gamer, and you've limited yourself so much because of that. So I got this PC. It is a mini PC, but I got this PC end of last summer. It was donated by a fan. Thank you so much to that fan for that. And what have we done with it since then? We played Chrono Trigger. Like, that's fucking it. And oh, I take it back. We played the paranormal game around Christmas time. I can't remember what it was called. Like, that's it. And I have it, and it's available, and we can do stuff. There's no demand. Literally, no one says, hey, Phil, now that you got that mini PC, you absolutely should be doing this, this, and this that you missed out on. It's like, meh, you have it, big deal. The big games are on console, play those. Literally, that's what I've been told. So it's like, all these years that everyone yelled at me, right, that I didn't ever have a PC, so I can't really play these games. Again, like, I got the PC now. It literally sits there collecting dust. The one thing we were gonna do with Fightcade, it made more sense to hold off because Tekken was right around the corner. It didn't make sense to set that up, get it working, and then play Tekken and not use it. So, I tell you that, 100%, Fightcade will be coming at some point this year. When things die down with fighting games, I want to play old school fighters on Fightcade, okay? But outside of that, that's the only thing that I could think of. Like, what else would I even do on there? It's funny because people say things like Pizza Tower and stuff, right? But is there really that much demand for it? Obviously not. No one's really asking for it. It's like a few people here and there. So it's just weird to me that all these years, again, it sounds to me like the vocal minority, right? People were very adamant and vocal. You need a PC, you need a PC. So now I get a means to play PC games and no one's really caring, you know? Okay.
Now also keep in mind, he played Pizza Tower on his Indies event. Then we get to DSP versus the internet. And of course, someone submitted a serial killer video for him to watch. And well, it mirrors a lot about DERICH, except for the wife and family part. But DSP's confused. How does he have time with him being married to stalk and kill people? He just doesn't understand. Where's all the time, dude?
Later, these urges shifted, and he began obsessed with women's underwear, stealing them and wearing them himself. Then their 8-year-old son, and finally brought their 11-year-old daughter into the basement, where he hanged her. He then proceeded to masturbate over the bodies before cleaning up, taking some souvenirs, and leaving. Something he would do at most of his crime scenes.
Now, I mean, this begs the question. This guy was married. This guy had kids, correct? How the hell does his family not know that he's nuts? There was never an indication that this guy was nuts. He was the perfect model husband and father at home, but had a whole other personality trapped in there. They didn't know that he was going to be an insanely vicious, disgusting, vile killer. How do you not know? I mean, I am asking legit because I've never really known anyone like that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine, right? Like, it's one thing to say, okay, a friend, and then the friend ended up being something like this. Okay, they're your friend. That's a little different. If you're married to them, if you're their family, you're with them all day, every day. How could you not know that something like this is happening, or that, you know, again, they didn't even explain. He just shows up at a house of a family, cuts the phone wire, goes in and does this. Who were they? Why did he do that? Were these people he hated? Was he targeting these people for an extended period of time, encasing their house? What causes people to want to do that? Right? Like, the way I see it is this, and I've said this before. People do malicious things when their own lives have either something missing or something terrible going on in them. I don't believe that people go out of their way to do awful things unless it means that something in their own life is lacking. Because if this man had a full life where he's married and he's happy with his kids, and he loves everything about it, he would be busy with that 24/7, right? He would surround himself with activities around his own life. How did he have time
to case a house, go in and kill these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did he have time, even time for that? It's baffling to me.
Give her a pill, and that's
But
it.
that's
Because
just
you're
me and
gonna
my
waste
line of
time
thinking.
again.
You know, I don't know. I don't have experience with this kind of stuff.
Oh boy, you ready for this? Then DSP decides he's going to give his take on the Mr. Beast situation, and well, it comes down to him calling him a child predator in a different sense, and how he's a groomer for an entire generation.
All right, last year on this very show, we watched a video documenting some of these Mr. Beast giveaways and where are they now? What happened to the people who won his biggest giveaways? One of the biggest giveaways, excuse me, was his own, like, Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory giveaway, where in his Feastables candy, there would be golden tickets, just like in the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And if you found a ticket, you'd enter into this reality TV contest, a series of challenges or whatever, to win a real-life chocolate factory. Okay? Now, while we were watching the video, it was explained that the people who actually won didn't actually win the contest, meaning they weren't supposed to be in it. They were YouTubers who already had almost 1 million subscribers. They were friends of Mr. Beast. They opened a whole bunch of candy bars and never got the golden ticket. And then all of a sudden, they were given one that had it in it. So they didn't legitimately get into the contest. Then, when they won it, they basically said they didn't want the candy factory, and the candy factory was sold off and given away. Okay? So basically, by watching the video, it's funny because the video is like, oh, here's someone who won a lot of money, they did well. Here's someone who won this contest, they did well. Oh, here's the candy contest where a bunch of already popular existing affluent YouTubers weren't supposed to be in it, but were handed an entry in it basically outside of the rules of the contest. Then, through some kind of questionable means, won the contest, but they don't even have the factory anymore. They got rid of it. Right? So it's like, huh? So right then and there, I said, so this is fake, right? I said it. I said, if that's the case, then it's pretty obvious most of his stuff is fake. Do you really believe that there's a video where he buries himself under the ground for a week and it's legit? Are you stupid? Do you really think he would do that? Right? Like, but that's the thing. Like, all his videos are these stunts, these weird things. And then, so basically, anyway, that was what I knew of Mr. Beast about a year ago, right? I said, obviously, it sounds to me like it's all fake, right? Well, this person who's his former employee made a 50-minute expose exposing everything. First of all, he says, Mr. Beast has a 3-pronged plan. Yes, just like my old 3-pronged plan for success, he has one. But essentially what he did is he used YouTube as a means to build trust within children. He made it so that children now see him as some kind of a good Samaritan authority on life. So now kids follow him no matter what he does or where he goes, and they take his word for it no matter what he says, and they do whatever they're told. For example, he was telling children that go to the store where you see my Feastables candy bars and please clean up the shelf for me. Make it so that my candy bars are straight and aligned and nice, and the area is clean, that the tags are out so people can see the price. And if there's not enough, please go grab an employee and ask them to restock the shelf with my Feastable candy bar. Yes, he actually did this. It's documented. He does it. He says, but he knows his audience is kids. So he knows that children will do this. You see? So essentially what he's done over the course of 5 or so years on YouTube, he's made himself the #1 kid YouTuber. Even though he doesn't say that in his videos, that's literally what it is. It's the same as what happened with Fortnite, where even though you know kids are primarily the audience for Fortnite, the streamers who were the big streamers for it would never say that, but they knew they had a child's audience. You know, it's all children watching them. So it's predatory. What he does, 100%, he's a predator. He's a child predator of a different kind. He's not a sexual child predator. He's a child predator where he's buying trust. There was a video where he's walking down the street and he runs into a kid that's like 13 years old. And he says, hey, right now, open your phone and show me that you're subscribed to me on YouTube. And the kid goes, oh, I am. And he shows him, oh, here's $1,000. Thanks for subscribing. So now kids think if I subscribe to Mr. Beast and I run into him on the street, he'll give me $1,000. So they all subscribe to him. And he's done tons and tons and tons of stunts like that that are insanely exploitative of children. Okay? So that's number one. He exploits children. Number two, most of his videos are fake. There may be a few here or there that are legit, but most of them are fake. People have called out CGI. People have called out the fact that the time frame's wrong. People who have been in the videos, which is what this is right here, they offered anyone who lost $1,000 to sign away their rights to join any kind of class action lawsuit. I didn't sign, so I did not get the money. After this article came up, things started blowing up. They called everyone back and decided to offer an additional $1,000 to make up for inconveniences. So this is what I mean. All of his videos are faked like this, where you can't tell anyone what really happened. You can't actually be truthful to anybody. Instead, you just have to keep everything a secret, and we'll keep it hush hush, pay you money for it, yada yada. That's how his content is, right? So he's coming forth with videos that he's claiming are genuine. He says he's argued with people on social media. He's argued with people, no, our content's real. But it's fake, it's staged, it's bullshit. The stunts aren't real, the contests aren't real, none of it's real. It's just an entertainment product manufactured to look to be real, so that he'll get 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million views by children. Okay? So he exploits kids, and his videos are fake. Then on top of that, he does fake giveaways, meaning he'll be on a stream and say, we're going to do a merch giveaway. If you buy a piece of merch, all right, we'll sign it live, but we're going to randomly include money in certain ones. We'll include money in this one, money in that one. Okay? First of all, that's an illegal lottery. You can't do it. It's actually completely illegal. No matter where you are in the United States, you have to have rules you abide by when you do a lottery. So him just giving shit away like that is actually illegal. Then they actually showed on camera by accident that the signatures on the shirts are fake. They're not his. They're his crew's. They actually showed on camera by accident on a shirt, his crew put MB on it. So he signed Mr. Beast, even though it's not Mr. Beast's signature. You're paying for a piece of merch, thinking you're getting a signature on it from Mr. Beast, and it's not. It's from one of his crew members. Okay? So, I mean, this is just 3 things from this 50+ minute video that were blown up. And what's happened is, since this video came out like 2-3 weeks ago, Mr. Beast hit that guy, the former employee, with a cease and desist. And the former employee says, I'm not going to cease and desist. I have more to talk about. I have evidence of all of what I'm saying, and it's all coming out in future videos. By the way, the video is demonetized. So it's not like the guy made the video to make money. He's making nothing whatsoever on the video. He just got so fed up with Mr. Beast being Mr. Squeaky Clean, charitable poster boy of YouTube, he made the video to tell the truth. Okay? So, yeah, pretty insane, because after this happened, now everyone is making these videos. It's not just essentially, and by the way, everything I'm saying is based off the video that I watched of the former employee. I have no interaction with Mr. Beast. I have no evidence of anything. The employee presented the evidence in the video. Okay? So it's based on what the employee presented as evidence, what I'm stating here. Okay? So I'm not saying anything. I'm just covering it in the video here. But look at this. There have been, no exaggeration, probably about 100 to 200 videos on YouTube now in the last 2 weeks that look just like this. Some of them have 5 to 10 million views, and they're all saying exactly the same thing. Mr. Beast just got exposed. And it's not just about, like I said, yeah, he had a former friend who apparently now has been exposed supposedly for child grooming, and he didn't really do anything about it, or he never really called him out for it. But that was how this started. But then when people started to see that not really catch, I guess you could say, that's essentially when basically this guy came out and did his video, this expose video. So this is pretty insane. What's going on with Mr. Beast right now? For the last 2 weeks, it's been like this, and it's getting worse and worse. Like, at this point, I'm very curious what's going to happen. Because if people actually go after this guy for fake lotteries, that's illegal. And he could actually go to jail for it. Or pay millions upon dollars in fines for illegal lotteries. All right? If it's found that his videos are deceptive and not real, but he claimed they were real, that's fraud. That's also a crime. So he might actually get caught out for multiple crimes if people can prove what they're saying. I'm very curious what's going to happen moving forward with this guy. The thing is, children might not care, right? They might not. Children are very gullible. They're very believable. They might just keep believing this guy is some kind of a real-life superhero, right? And when in reality, I mean, I've told you guys this before, and I'll end with this, all right? I'll end with this. There's a difference between charity and philanthropy. True charity is when you give away of yourself, you sacrifice something of yourself to help others, and you don't personally benefit from it at all. In fact, people shouldn't even know. What is charity? Donating your time at a soup kitchen. Instead of doing something with your time that would benefit you or your family, you went to a soup kitchen and literally just helped feed the homeless. You took your hard-earned money and you actually put it towards a cause, but you didn't publicly proclaim it for personal gain. You just did it behind the scenes. That's charity work. You understand? Now, philanthropy is when you're trying to help people through any means, but it doesn't have that criteria of secrecy and you don't help yourself. Literally everything he has done, Mr. Beast, is considered philanthropy, but not charity. Literally none of it has ever been super secret behind the scenes. It's all self-serving. Every single video he makes is self-serving. All of his businesses are self-serving. They're all self-serving because he benefits from it directly, right? It was all about giving away. Why on earth would he be sitting there saying, buy my merch with a chance to have me throw extra money in it and then have someone else sign his signature on it? It's a racket, right? It's a racket. And he's the master of the racket. He's earned the trust of millions of children around the world, and he knows that, and he's using it in any way, shape, or form to personally benefit himself and his giant empire that he's built for himself. But in reality, sorry, it's not legit. It's all based on a lie that this guy's a good guy. It's all self-serving stuff, you know? Anyway, you know, it is what it is, and people will expose it. I'm not going to sit here and do it, right? I have nothing to do with that. I'm a tiny little guy. People have already made 5 to 10 million view videos on YouTube about the topic, so I'm not going to be the one to be speaking up about it. But that's what that would have been if we looked at that video in depth. Basically, it's people coming out who were part of his video saying they were fake, they were staged, but we were paid to keep quiet. And basically people analyzing all his contests over the years and saying, that's an illegal lottery, that's an illegal lottery, that's an illegal lottery. And then seeing how he basically abuses kids, because it is abuse. It is complete child grooming and manipulation. It's just not for sexual use. It's for essentially attention farming. He has attention farmed children around the world through underhanded means, and YouTube doesn't stop it. They should, in my opinion.
Not gonna
like
lie.
I said, with YouTube, it certainly should not be, oh, everything goes as long as someone doesn't slap someone with a lawsuit. Someone at YouTube should be there and be like, all right, we need to actually have a department that judges what's morally right and wrong. Because even though we might not get sued into the ground for this, it's still fucked up that we have someone who is literally grooming an entire generation of children to think he's a fucking pariah just so he can become rich. At some point, someone needs to stop this shit, right? So anyway, to me, you know my opinion on this shit. I'm not gonna like that. I'm not, I don't like this guy. I never did. But you can like him if you want. But all this is now coming to the forefront and being exposed, and that's what that video is about. And I'm telling you, there's like 100 videos like that on YouTube now, all based on this information coming out. So, okay, fair enough.
I love how DSP always says, I don't know anything about drama. I don't want to hear anything about drama. But knows the whole drama of Mr. Beast. And the fact that DSP now in 2024 is just realizing that Mr. Beast's videos are fake absolutely blows my mind. At the same time, this is the same guy in his mid-20s had to be told by Rambo that pro wrestling was fake. And probably not a good idea, Phil, with your past, calling other people child predators and groomers. Just saying, shout out Panda Lee. Then we get the DSP throwback, the worst content on the internet, where he's reacting to him playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympics with Rambo and Joe. And he said, apparently basketball is too complex and too many rules to put in a Mario and Sonic game. Then whenever he would start a part, he would pause it or restart it. because he would swear right at the start, and he was worried about being demonetized on that video, you know, losing like 2 cents. Poems Josh, stop and stream to start the part over again because he will get demonetized if he leaves in the 20 seconds he swore. He is really trying to make these people feel sorry about not getting money today. Then DSP went on to say that everyone copied him and Rambo. He invented co-op stuff and how he's jealous that everyone else got more famous, more money than him, but they ripped him off.
And let's be honest, can we be honest here? A lot of people bit off of us. Quite a lot of content creators saw stuff like this, saw the amount of views we were bringing in on each part. We're like, oh, I'm gonna do it, and then they would produce it and write scripts and do it and act like it's real. It was fake as shit, and they kind of, you know, bit off of our legit couch co-op idea and rolled with it and went on to be much bigger than we ever were, right? But for us, we didn't have those aspirations. For us, it was just about a bunch of friends getting together, having fun, dicking around, and enjoying video games. That's all it ever was for us anyway, right?
Then DSP went on to say that his co-op with John Rambo stood the test of time. And that's where we're going to end today. If you guys like that, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe to my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.